Yen penny for who baby say, if you are seeing her, will be ma, will be chair. Why not HL? So we'll pay IT, who they won ye, so we'll pay support. Slam Technology say your number one partner. Your office will US in ye, your office will Ghana, so ye, your numbers ni kuhono. So we should share IT classes, we will career coaching, we will support for business, cyber security. Free, na your partner. Your back here, wow. Slam Technologies, transformation with excellence. Free is here, baby, be around me.
Living in Ghana, abroad, a first-timer visiting Ghana, or a company wondering where to get quality service providers in Ghana for any job, then Ejumapa On Demand Services is here to assist you. Ejumapa On Demand Services connect requesters and service providers such as masons, plumbers, electricians, auto repairers, home and office cleaners, trash collectors, rent agents, spa attendants, roofers, beauticians, teachers, CCTV installers, and all artisans on one platform. Yes, one platform. Trust Ejumapa On Demand Services to sort you out any day, anywhere, and at any time. To download the app, please visit the App Store and Play Store or visit our website www.ejumapa.com.
Akwaba SVTV Africa social live on SVTV Africa. Mima Obia Akwaba hope say Obia on here SVTV Africa fans. Both new ni old members Mima Obia Akwaba o share live and every Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Now every Friday is Biano. About 5:30 to 7 GMT. Me call live. Me Lawyer Wisdom Akao Wiseman solicitors. By name fanche and started 6 and 6 after 6 and he started. Inti ene mene Lawyer Wisdom Akao UK mrane se den mrafo fro ben na aba ebedi nkomo inti make sure say obetie updates ye koso share ma unua bi o share link na o de share keke ebebo obi o share o Facebook streaming live or YouTube channel SVTV Africa so na streaming live or Facebook SVTV Africa o question bi o pese obisa lawyer comment section on what type Mreni do I better screen so na lawyer can kind way you are no kama nti making sure so be share live way obetimi so ebisa question but as some baby discuss very important mo follow and there interview be na I think say 2 weeks ago many woman be interview be no so tua tax bebre 1,500 said amount for bebre me comment ni ade mu so monti ase enye no kre I don't know Chiasasika no any idea. Yes, many lawyer but me can say many branch about crack aside no so cheche mba me say maybe sa lawyer me lenke my lawyer woman my lawyer na ekusi saying lawyer cheche ni mu de na ekusi ye when him say ebi wo ha obeka say obi beka bibia na de memu ni say information say na meka de bia no ebi oni sa information obeka say nya no kra na obeka say enya de but obi nim nti obi wa edi bunu nti se wa meka saa bebre wo a me hu comment sim so bebre ka se chale ono so saa na eni fame saa na eni fame na just oni saa information na me say ya ti educative thing programs ebe ma wo ebe enlighten wo ebe ma wo hu ne ekoso se na be ya obi di saa format we ba na bibi saa na you know it. But until we say we say minimo emra ekoso say na me lawyer ye update tie bi wo de tie bi na hu ne wo nyama senkra wo na hu nyama wo de tie bi ebeboa. I know why I say this ebeboa. At least you have an idea obi betime ebisa onua bi ana wo fase bi ana o brother bi ana o sister bi ana obi betime ebisa wo so at least you know obenya idea of it but untia because I don't know pa ne de bu enti mama go straight am ne Lawyer Wisdom Akao Wiseman solicitors ha esua de wa ha ebedi UK nkomo na ebedi UK nkomo enti ya na wa share ne wetie ne ekoso obe responding one to lady na me ne interview na also tia 1,500 pounds no every month no lawyer be cheche mu kakra into my main go straight am in Lawyer Wisdom Akao Wiseman solicitors in go lawyer me mo akwa aboko there
EJ meju so boko hu e there
me so me ho ye pa e never ba last week enti me an last week na me here okra for sa issue am bo boss yi but I think say after the interview, me lady here interview no me ma all chill out. Me nim say mo kasa ma o briefing 1 or 2 bia about the situation.
Or friend me and menena ekasaye. Menena ekasaye. And me I got more information to understand it na all can. Because sometimes say asembisia and as obi can be here. You need more information sometimes to come to to draw some conclusions or draw some meaning out of it. And to meaning of course, the details of what we discuss I cannot discuss, but I understand angle na all fi air banner. And yes, I am passing meaning
Wow. But lawyer briefly no bet me ebi anya details nya na obetimi ama. Na me hu say bi mu say nya no kre ada na obetua sa sika we obi anya otua tax 1,005 then. And then might me basa ebi a brief bibisa or na brief. I then etimi ma basa.
Oh, yeah, Mama Jo. Thank you. So, DJ, what happens is this. I say employers be the nipa eba kroma. And I'm over do you know. Ya tise ya twitwa a binomo sponsorship license mo. Ebi nso omo de ebia nipa edu ana nwotwe eba ye. Meanwhile no adwuma na nkasa no just available for nipa mienu anamiensa. Na extra people now with your mabano. Ubeye den anya adwuma edi amawo. And see Usha 10 people have been employed to do 2 or 3 people's job. To Usha, there is always excess overflow of staff as compared to the clients that they have to look after. And until some of the employers, from what I hear, near share or social media, and other people who have called randomly to check or seek information. Mr. Employers need be enya full hours. Emma employees no. Okay. Omunya full hours. Emma employees no. However, because omuwa record to say the employers you need to prove to the Home Office say say over Janipano 2,500 pounds. You need to prove to the Home Office ampa utia employee no that amount every month. So that's the Home Office eba say checking books na say ampa woman with these hours and ampa. It will reflect what you have on their contract of employment or their COS. No, so it should tally. Mejidi say, and nona. Sometimes my light is playing up. Yes, so but we'll manage. Mejidi say, and nona. Sometimes we are no. Ever acquire SSL of us. I'm in the dark, right?
Yeah, who was but to the any the down to the Casanya problem. So also like how.
Yeah, let me explain that. We've been trying to fix it the whole week, but okay, I'm sure it will come back again. Now, hey, yeah, I have to do a sensor kind of thing. All right. And to the employer.
Okay, Kasa, no problem. Say who's a watch soon would Kasa 80.
As I said, employer no approve it to Home Office say. Could you my employer no Mitriano X amount? And to whatever arrangement ever between employer and employee in there, obia enim. But as I said, or say, Otriano, me jiti say, beer, my men and the employer no, shishe, and all or no castle or tax of 1,500. Nobody pays tax of 1,500 pounds. If you're a care worker or you're a skilled worker, a tax of 1,500 pounds a month, it doesn't happen. Sikasa ni etio na wocha emu tax 1,500 pounds. And to me, say, from my understanding, me say, beer on the ne employer no omo na omo wo omo nti ase and no na abanisa but ono e kan say otua tax of 1,500 enye tax of 1,500 na etua but nia ewo ono ne employer entem no eno na ebia wan kire ase ana wantumi ankire ase ewo social media me atiase say that is what it is. And in fact, matiti bi bebre enye we hear all kinds of things. Say ampa ebi in terms of make a internal arrangement or whatever it is. I haven't seen one, I haven't experienced one, but that is what I've heard. So sometimes sa employer-employee agreement you know a cost. And ebia no bi ena yen sister no kase otua sa
okay, since I name arrangement it bibi sana say otua bibi sana say ebi or the be prepare say pay slip around na bibi sana but eba ne sana say so or tax no the sort yes also already sika the man back and bibi sa ye nimo but me ma dwen na me so me kire asimpe the whole can.
Yes, of course that arrangement would be an illegal arrangement because employer when I say utia employee and your employee no the employee is supposed to work. You as the employer are supposed to pay the employee their remuneration for Jumawaye. But for whatever reason, this is American say employer utia as a tax to the HMRC. So and so your national insurance, your taxes and everything, national etc. And so set 2,000, not taxes and everything is 250 and not 350 near air canal as a so again. We don't know what goes to who and what goes to who and what doesn't go to who, and we don't know. And until we cannot say much about this sort of internal, but nobody pays tax of 1,500 if you are a care worker or a skilled worker. Nobody pays tax of £1,500 a month. It doesn't. How much are you being paid to be paying tax alone of £1,500? So there's something has been misconstrued or misunderstood somewhere along the way. And that has to be taken care of and clarified if we get more information to that. Yes.
Enti the kakra wuchire mu so ebetimi aba ne se omo yeni ho biba ebetimi aba ne se omo employer no so no betimi aga se so omo agreement omo ko no omo refine sika ne back na ebibi tax committee instead of the betimi atena ne sika so sa.
Again, to say even if there's something like that, it's an illegal arrangement. But whatever it is, let's look at it in the sphere. Say, employee. Utiti tax ni we are as a uchani panika. Okay, uchani 2,500. What it will tax to the HMRC, national insurance, the pensions and everything. Niakana as a uchani pano as a uchani. You can't hold the person's money. That will be unlawful retention of salary or unlawful retention of wages. So after you've done your statutory duty, you have to pay Nipana SSL Uchanakana. I hope I am.
The okay, and I hope so. More share no so because me okay no. Me so na anya me bua me sheda me say aha sesa ni ade but I don't know okay. So I feel say ena me comment na ebi mu so say ade a ekoso.
Wow.
Ade bi a me hu say come on for comment ni ade na ebu say ade aye no we say ade ekoso enti ade ekoso but aha e kwa onti bi na ntimi nka na bebre but ade bi na say ekoso.
So look, DJ, I will not doubt it because we share the rate at which Home Office cancel to sponsorship license more. It's serious. The rate at which almost to sponsorship license more. And it is because I suspect some of these lapses. Niama and that na kwamonenti. Me say a bit Home Office cancel a lot of sponsorship licenses. So I will not be surprised if Niaman for the two social media and be a friend random calls just to find out or to ask questions. Maybe someone say, lawyer make me nipa Jimmy XYZ person me didn't call Jimmy. Come on. You have been involved in an illegality. Some things you're not supposed to pay for. You've got to pay for it. It's not going to work out that way. And then tonight, I always insist the right thing must be done. The right thing must be done. So that the desperation, say about Richard, a lot of people are into problems, difficulties. You have to pay your rent, you have to send money to abroad, you have to eat, you have to travel. It means that you have to drive before I can give you job. Meanwhile, if I need a driving license into Wakotoka by force, we talk or training back and forth, no insurance, etc. And people's lives have been jeopardized because of the pressure employer no edit to almost so. If you bet me track 1 hour, no, I can show be 30 minutes. If you bet track 2 hours, I can show be 35 minutes. What's the point? If you factor in the fuel cost, the travel cost, and all those things, are you working or you are not? So this health and care sector has been bedeviled with all kinds of problems. And then to make it is a spillover of some of these problems. And I hear from this lady say tax of £1,500 a month, but strictly not a tax of 1,500. Whatever it is that she gives or pays, I don't know, but not tax of £1,500.
Okay, lawyer, we don't carry on. I saw clear way because many interview na me train say maybe so and so na me can await me clear BBC no. But go straight to the matter. Also new immigration mrabiaba update biaba mo dem ho de some aga chem say de bia no mo de bibi fufuro ba UK for mo da sorry no anyway aba yenka we change we and then I'm about most of the most of the
and then about 9 and then 7th, yeah. Actually 8th. Saturday 8th, Sunday 9th, Monday 10th, Tuesday 11th. From Tuesday the 11th of November, Emrafu forever.
Hi, Ayaka.
Bibre.
Put them on crop on there. In the Emran is the Mafu problem I'm by NTA.
Yo, not before, and then you can say, people are friend suitability, and your friend part 9. Part 9, yeah. The grounds are so any refusal applications. On application from Ghana, entry clearance applications, upesodi wuyiri, ukno, uma, employment, etc. Eba krumha part 9. And now omutimejina so any refusal applications. Now, we share the part 9. Paragraph 320 grounds for refusal now. Now, and no different from near homogena so UK ha refusing UK applications. Totally different or different in some parts. So say no, who say near our Chrome a little more flexible compared to near na homody refusing applications from outside. And non take homody na ever boom. Not your friend is part suitability. So say no, the same law, the same rules will govern applications from outside, refusal of applications from outside, and refusal of applications inside the UK. And it takes effect on the 11th of this month. So let's take note of that. So let's quickly go through what it covers. It covers criminal convictions. Criminal convictions. 2, it covers use of false documents. False documents. 3, past immigration offenses. Past immigration offenses, and it also covers public risk to the public or children. Maminsi subium. New nola ebano analysis higher ebano. It covers 1, criminal convictions. 2, it covers use of false documents. 3, it covers past immigration breaches or immigration offenses. And then the next one is it covers risk to the public or to children. These are the areas, amongst others, are the changes Ebano will cover. These are the areas that the changes will cover. So let's take it one by one. First of all, EU nationals and their family members, or those who are under the EU rules, are not part of these changes that are coming into effect. And see, those who are on or under the EUSS provisions are not affected by this changes that are going to come into effect. So please take note of that. Now the areas include family and private life. That is, applications that will be affected will be family and private life, appendix, private, family life, visa, spouse visas, work and business applications will be covered. Founder, global business, mobility, seasonal workers will be covered. Study and graduate routes will be covered. Visitor and short-term routes will be affected. Settlement and long residence applications will be affected as well. So the criminal convictions will be applied to family life, will be applied to business, will be applied to founder and innovation, will be applied to global business, it will apply to study, it will apply to graduates, etc., and visitors, visa application, settlement and long residence. Use of false documents would also affect applications such as family and private life applications. It will affect work and business applications. It will affect study and graduate visa applications. It will affect visitor and short-term visa applications, and it will affect settlement and long residence applications. Use of past immigration breaches. Past immigration breaches would also affect family life, work and business applications, study and graduate applications, visitor and short-term visa applications, and also settlement and long residence applications. Risk to the public and to children would also apply to the same routes: family and private life, work and business routes, founder and innovation, global business, seasonal workers, study and graduate routes, visitor and short-term routes, settlement and long residence routes. So the major areas, which are the criminal convictions, use of false documents, past immigration breaches, risk to the public, these are the 4 major areas. It will apply to all applications that come under the rules. So that is where it stands. The 4 major things will be applied to all these areas to see, say, if you fall short or you qualify. So, number 1, let's look at what or how it will be applied. Let's look at how it will be applied. Again, let me just summarize this before I go into the details. Now, exclusion, deportation, or travel ban. If you are excluded or you are a person who is subject to deportation or you are subjected to ban, your application must be refused. So DJ Osha, we have the word must and we have the word may. We have must and we have may. If you have been Mate. Okay. Almost say, sir, what committed criminal offense? Now you do work of prison 12 months or more. We try 12 months or more in prison. What application be 100% on refusing. It must be refused. It must be refused. If you've been sentenced to imprisonment for 1 year or more, your application must be refused. Sir, one more sentence to prison for less than 12 months, your application may be refused. And the umber share say, oh, work of prison the moment now call for 6 months. Okay, you say, dear, now you do call prison, but never know okay, what crying share and you're free, young farmer inside the UK. But a 12 months, who cost rubber for one umber refusal. And no, I need the difference between the must and the may. Must nature say, who cost rubber for you know, baby, umber refusal. May nature say, umber shishuma say, oh, young farmer wana, me and fa emma. And only may no. So let's take note of that. Now, I must say again, exclusion on us. Okay, safeguarding and family risks, sham marriages, etc. Okay, let me go quickly. Otherwise, it's going to take forever. Non-conducive to public goods, and exclusion on the humanitarian grounds. Founder and innovator. Let's look at sham marriages. Did you almost say, so krumha? And you've engaged in sham marriage. Sham marriage is false marriage. What will be not why application amount so would not from her. So what engaging in a sham marriage, false marriage, fake marriage? So wa and also wa. What application now? Why yeah? Refuse near omudia maudi dampono chum. And the DJ serious. Younger application was application as it non a genuine relationship, only problem be you are okay. But almost some shame not almost say no application why as it was based on a sham marriage, false marriage, fake marriage. Was Sunday panel. As it na idea pono, you bet to me, actually, you bet to me, actually, and that is what it is. Yes, so evidence to show that the marriage is sham or fake marriage. They can refuse your application, and even if you've been granted, it can be cancelled. So that is for sham marriages. The next thing I ever DJ, idea of false representation. False representation is a what should that and now would the false information, false documents, false information, and now would the application. And now the amount, send omonim. But to say Abawan who say, marriage certificate now the background a sham marriage certificate, and your papa, a fake, a false. Birth certificate now the application and your papa, a fake. Abufran birth certificate now the abano, and your genuine. School certificate now with the abano, a fake, won't call school holder, won't campus hompo. Nanso and I remote course be an away, 1 year any remote course be a YG certificate. Won't name holder and yet genuine. Who send the panel? Almost say, so who are sitting on poor? Not a sitting on demo based on information now with the buyer now. Me a trap, so a sitting amount. So it is in this case, almost say it can trigger mandatory or discretionary. Again, on the way, the actually say, young Pama wana, young Jama wana, me engine fiho. And Tiano is it can be must and now it can be may on the share, depending on the seriousness of Newaye and the intention. And now we cry and sana would get as application. Would the document no? Eka ho, wouldn't them say any papa. With the intention set, ye dear sitting on the bamau, ye dear mau, a fair one who said, a sitting on the mount, Nanka and Sasa the mau, ye went to show, and yet free, Munjan Manenko, Anna, David, Nadano, it was too much into engine finishing. That is also false representation. False representation is saying they said you have held or withheld vital information. What worry you? Now, so application form is on what take it single. Meanwhile, if you know, I'm going to worry. A chinebi se obana wajana na ni boefu okokachire nkrofo ise papa ekura na one minute na worry evidence ni na so oba no was on worry and on that basis see me gidi se wadada monte munji information munji na sitin film se omo se ampa evidence wo se na worry and one kan kire wo ma and wo gwa worry one kan kire ma you have withheld vital information and no so much me so they refuse your future application and they may cancel your leave in the UK. So and also another very, very serious. In the false documents, omitting relevant facts or engaging in deception, even through a third party. Want to make us all a connection man a yama maintain a minimum shade. Almost a connection man, a connection woman, a connection agency. Once I would want to mean some mamma catcher now when I'm shade, David. Aya papa ni dia uji tomu udi babruche aya bone dia so woni mo hwe amusi debi amonje ntumsa whether you know or not, whether it is through a third party or not, once you've used it and they've concluded that it is serious or it is so bad that they have to take your asitna from on back to me so but my subium say enye automatic say ebe ji obi ade afini no, they have to wait to see where on the scale of gravity of first now our committee better, and that is what we need to take note of. The other serious one, DJ, serious one, previous immigration offenses and our previous immigration breaches. Almost say it can be refused, and also any automatic. Almost say it can be refused. It can be refused, not it must be refused. So let's take note of these two words: must, which is by all means, or may, or can. So let's take note of this. Almost say you are treated as breaking immigration laws if when you are 18 years and above. If you are below 18 years, no problem, because you are a child. You didn't have control over the application, the documentations. You didn't have control over it because you were under 18. But so when the 18 years and above, you are an adult, you'll be responsible for your own application. So the Joshua almost say, if you enter the UK illegally, ufa ekwamboniso and about Kromha, ufa kwampaso ama, ufa small boat. And now uko Germany, and now go far coach, and I will pay baby, and now go far Dover, and I will pay baby. Who's almost say such a situation we are obia. You enter the UK illegally. Almost say your application can be refused. It can be refused. Number two, what will Kromha?
Number two, before we call number two, no so me mesra mo ade ba kwa me notice me share comment section. Argument na mo ye ne hu hia. 1,500 no bitu 1,500 and yet possible bitu 1,000. Muntie the lawyer kan. Comment section ye pe omo de be bisa questions e be answer any argument. And into I enko for no bi make say ye pe point bi e be ye three argument and no result bi amba. Lawyer o kan say obi enu all this US room as a care o say then o 1,500 tax. So kan sa
Because
enti argument ye na obi na fe na me say bi mu type na obi 1,000 ehun ya wa set it clear say obi enu all this US room or under care obi tax 1,500. So argument na me say bi mu tro na we so bi say IT asem kan no bi so say kofa we aba no bi yeah, maintain the name, picky angle be a boy. My argument now we are cantana we super so, but every day no sign man yentie information or they bano. Based on that, so will be up so bisa no we bisa. But back and forth argument in them boy. Lawyer to aso yanko se na mariete
Yo, me does say, and see, me did some more arguments no. Abia, the point is, you cut tax, you cut salary, you cut anything. We are talking about tax. The question is, how much are you paid to pay only tax of 1,005? That is the question. You ask yourself and then answer it. Nipano, ubi over 1,005 tax in Kwano. Send the channel answer the 8,005 tax. Anyway, let me go to my point. So if you enter the UK illegally, almost say Wosa Nipano, why yeah, Ubia, you have breached immigration rules, and therefore your application can be refused. So take note of that. The next one is number 2, using deception in previous applications. They say no, wouldn't set information now would they kono enya papa. Ubaha 2000, the year 2000. Wako kasa ubaha in 1985. Eyentro umaha in 1985. You got here in 2000 or 2001 and not 2003. Mention date name quite say ubaha in 1995, 1997, 1990 That is using false information. That is deception. I don't see almost say if that happens, but to me, I refuse it with application. If they find out that you use deception, you did not provide the right information. The next one is when overstaying might be ignored. Okay. If you decide that you have overstayed and within 30 days you go back to your country, they will not use it against you. If you overstay, in the old regime is 90 days, in the new regime is 30 days. So if you again use false document in making your application, the Home Office would or can refuse your application. The Home Office can refuse your leave to be here, and maybe they can easily cancel that. So please take note of that. Now, almost if you failed to cooperate, yes, you're more letter to leave the UK, because you have overstayed and you have no basis of staying in the UK. So you've been given a letter, you've been sent to leave the UK. Yes, Brabe report it to the Home Office. Yes, come and report to Electric House. Ewo Croydon. Wojane wanko because who so kwa yebecho and into wanko. Home Office say they can use that failure to cooperate or to cooperate with them by not reporting, they can use that to refuse your application. In other words, you absconded. You are an absconder. They can use that to refuse your application. So take note of that. Now, the facts of our reporting and your automatic so compare back to your country. No, that's not the case. It be a report is until something comes up. Then, based on that, then they switch to the new provision or the new option they have under the rules. And yeah, automatic so-called report. But of course, every man must weigh his own circumstances and determine what to do. Now, so one na abia uoba ubani a British citizen, and of course you are involved in the child's life. Now, ukoya application based on ubana, they may refuse it, but you take it to court, and the judge might make a decision that yes, you're involved in your child's life, etc., etc., and therefore, as I said, yes, so and yet automatic. Say once a one corner application be obey no, you better refuse you. No, and yes, Anna. So please let's take note of that. So absconders, take note. Almost say when you sit na ubaye, you overstayed. What overstay no? What sang a juma can meanwhile no and sase uye juma. Unya sit na and sase uye juma. But almost say you have overstayed and you have worked as well. Based on a no, refuse or application. And yet must, but it can be a basis for refusing your application. So, of course, Obia himself only will from her, by all means, and I suspect that by all means, Obi Obi and a BB, ever ye Juma, no, they did. And no, it's down to the Home Office whether to take it into account or to discount that. So, again, we need to be sure about what to present say your application to the Home Office, what you have to present, you have to be sure that encofa additional requests and questions embro. So let's take note of that. Almost say what backroom you have overstayed, and then you go ahead and claim benefits. Wow, was it na newu? Who ye juma? And now ye juma mpoa. What for kwambi su? How would you benefit? That is also an immigration breach. I don't say I'm going to make so I'm going to refuse your application because nine can say would you benefit? Now so would you benefit? To homogeneous so I'm going to refuse them. And please take note. I know now it's more difficult to claim benefit if you don't have the right to claim it. That is true, but ABA generational or legacy benefit claimants, long term and please take note of that. Otherwise, it can affect your application. Again, another immigration breach near say you are involved in an immigration related crime. Immigration related crime. Wono, why yes, your business, say, wube, fisher, and crowfor, na, how will I put it? Just idea, and yet, and Maraquansono, and one soon over fat, Edianji asitna ewokromha. Immigration related offense or immigration related crime. Almost say, Bibisa or Umbetimia refuse application. And that takes us back to the sham marriage kind of things, which Jessica and his and Home Office force, they can base it on that and refuse your application. Now, whilst I'm always let me chip this in. Younger your health and care visa Now, say uba and I will mark ever chrome ha. Please, documents now be using just make sure you use the correct documents. Use the genuine correct documents. Man using any false document. So who uses the correct documents now you refuse to apply you have the chance to go for admin review. Niame huni say omo using false documents. No. Home Office echo omo fa omo chi no ma check what birth registry ho say birth certificate na papa dia ba no say abofra ne ba no e wo ho ampa na births and deaths registry for among records is a day certificate eni ho eni ha. And now, conclusion it's a fake document. Now, once they conclude that it's a fake document, refuse abofrano application. Once work room hano, work room hano, will say, tell them why they should not cancel your visa. And I was sitting on one, at the end, and say, was sitting because what is the false document? I'm out bad, at the end, it's a wood, and your false documents. No much wrong. When to me, mom, good reason be was sitting on a walk room on my chum. No man catch us a sanko to chrome. And my advice at all times and ever would be said, please use the correct documents. Say you refuse abufranim poor. You have a chance to go for admin review. And I am permanent poor. The child will have another chance in future, say Odibaba. So please, let's use the right documents in making applications for our kids, especially. Na anko affecti young ankasankasa our own stay in the UK. Now, another immigration breach near say, if again I've talked about permission can be cancelled. Even if you currently have permission to stay, it can be cancelled if you break the conditions of that permission. Mesanko back to benefit to subium. Yes, menji benefit. Misro menji benefit. Yes, menji benefit. And here's a menji benefit. Yeah, bibi are from a change of condition. Fako Home Office. Sure will case to me. No man can say, oh, mommy wait. Yeah, sure. As I said, your money benefit. No more you saw condition if you was it none so. On that basis, over to me, aji benefit. But once said that's no, please don't attempt so you benefit through whatever means. Don't. And yes, sir, it can affect your leave to be in the UK. Now, let me go to the section where it talks about safeguarding and family risks. Now, almost say why we application under Appendix FM, family visa applications, it will be refused if there is evidence to suggest that the parent or the partner you pose a safeguard risk to the child or to a child or an applicant child. If way application, would you mark and I'm afraid would you call your own investigations? Who say, who papa no, and a woman meno, won't shabble friendly here, we are yakayakadi, who molestable free. You are torturing this child, you are not treating the child properly. If they find out, said there is a safeguarding risk to the child now, application it will be refused. And when you're careful, poor, ubana, they can easily take the child away from you if they see that you are posing a safeguarding risk to the child or to the children. So please, let's take note of this. Let's take note of this. Now, would you back to Quine? Number do Heathrow, and number do Gatwick, and now Luton Airport, and now wherever you come from. I'm betting young Chiambo Frana Conchang. I might be sending quick 1 or 2 questions. Mommy way, or you with him, so she is my mother. Does she treat you well? Is she okay? Does she look after you? Does she give you food? Does she hit you? Does she? I'm bet maybe I'm afraid 1 or 2 questions. Say, Okokase, my mommy has been whacking me. My mommy has been smacking me. My mommy used belt. My mommy used cane. Pet one shot. Not any problems with brain. About for you. So take note. Say, safeguarding and family risks are also part of the rules now. Say, if you are deemed to be a risk to an applicant child, your leave can be cancelled or your application can be refused. DJ, it's a lot. I'll leave it at this, and then I am sure some questions will come. Would the NHS cat your invoice set your invoice not when and you have no arrangement with the NHS to pay either £50 or £100 or £200 or £500 or whatever arrangement you have the NHS, your application will be refused. And Tiwako, your invoice. So please speak to the Home Office, not the Home Office, speak to the NHS, come to some terms of an arrangement with them, start paying, and on that basis, over to me, your application, it will not be refused. Unpaid litigation debt. Wono, would you be a court? Well, you've lost the case. Wedding kuku court number of costs. Said chia, when chia, we application via Ombet Majina so, Omodia refuse your application. And other areas that will come into the new rules. So please, let's take notes and let's all do the right thing as much as we can within the provision of the law. Not for problems. Thank you so much. Nana Kufi, hello. Good evening. I'm a dependent on a 5-year rod. After spending 2 years, my main applicant says she can't continue with me anymore. Again, is there any chance you can help me? Well, Nana Kufi, it's difficult. I know it's quite difficult for you to switch. But my first advice by you say, Obanya another sponsor yourself. Switchy, echo sponsor and so switchy, echo the new sponsor and so nefi about way so now you be on your own. Now I also understand that sometimes the dependents let me juma more than the main applicants. Dependents let me juma more than the main applicants. And to we are dependents are main applicants. Hey, they are me as can to enjoy renting transport back and forth on to me. We are needing and we are support your partner. Not until I see Ayajuma, but when you can know their show Kotokum or Bani de Obre, of course, she wouldn't want to continue with you. I'm not saying that is your case, but I'm just saying generally the main applicants sometimes work less than the dependent. And we are dependent supporting. Share a new sponsorship license, that is 1, and switch 2. So, Uba Ewu Krum ha, Ubani a Britisher, Ubet Mia Switchy. 3, Sir, Who person go back to school? Who me application and go back to school. You become a student, and then later, so who we school now? Who me switch it back to any other route you want. So these are some of the few options you have. Because or catch home office for set relationship now break it down per 60 days. 60 days no, you have to meet the requirements. You have to switch or you have to leave the UK. Thank you. Thank you, Nana. Sandra Asanahai. I applied as a parent, mother of a British child under super priority. My home office says my application raises exceptional concerns, so they can't decide in 24 hours. Should I have reasons to panic? No, don't panic. Don't panic. If it is the first application, the home office would not normally give you under the super priority. That is, if you didn't have visa or leave before you applied, they will normally not make a 24-hour decision. If you had leave already before you applied, they still need to check the documents you provided, the school letter, the GP letter. They need to call the school, probably call the GP or email them and find out if the documents you provided are genuine. They may want to check with the bank if the bank statement is genuine. The birth certificate, they want to be sure. The tenancy agreement you provided, they want to be sure. So it takes them time to check all these things. And that is why sometimes there is a delay in the home office making a decision. Don't panic. Please don't panic. The decision will come. Thank you. Mr. Buafu, please, is it advisable to write the Life in the UK test ahead of time, example 6 months or more to the due date of citizenship? Yes, sir. My advice would be that please write the Life in the UK way ahead of time, because as we speak today, the Life in the UK does not expire. There is no expiry date on the Life in the UK test. So please do it. Keep it safe. Keep the reference number. Let it be in your email. Anytime you need it, you can retrieve it and use it for your application. Don't wait until the laws change, because it's not going to be easier. It's just going to get more difficult. So yes, please do it now and keep it. Thank you. Hello, Miss Dodu. Please, my children are 3 and 2. When I decide not to put them on my postgraduate visa, can they still go to school without any problem? Yes, children in this country have the right to go to school. Whether they are here legally or not, they must go to school. So, yes, I know it's expensive to apply for these kits, especially if it's postgraduate. You have to pay the home office fee and pay the IHS. It's a lot of money. So if for whatever reason you are unable to apply for the kits, yes, they can still go to school. They can still go to school. Thank you. Mr. Kusi, how are you? I hope you're doing good. My 20 years private law application is approved, but my current passport is still at home office. They only send me my old passport, which has been with them for 14 years. So what can I do? Request for your document. Go online, go to Google and go document request from the home office. Document request, complete the form. They will ask you, are you withdrawing your application? You say no. And then they ask you to give reason, and you have to enter there that your passport, your visa has been granted, your leave has been granted, but your passport has been retained. The old passport was returned, but the new passport has not been returned, and you want them to return your passport to you. They will send it to you. The address to which you want them to send it, they'll return it to you. Sometimes there's a huge delay. We experience the same thing. Sometimes a client's decision has come and we are waiting for the passport. Sometimes it takes weeks, but once we request for it, they quickly send it back to us. So please request it, and I'm sure they'll send it back to you. Jim Kwame Boateng, I came as a single guy, though I'm married in Ghana with kids, right? Now I want to bring my wife and kids. Is it possible? Now, you see, you've just contradicted yourself. You said you came as a single guy. Are you saying that on your application form you take single, or you mean you came here alone? Let's be careful the words we use. So if you came as a person who is not married, that is a different matter altogether. And if you are settled, then you want to go and marry and bring her to the UK with your kids, that is also a different matter altogether. Can you clarify for me, when you were coming, did you take on the application form that you are single, or you take as married, or separated, or bachelor? I want to know exactly what you ticked on the application form. I think what you need to clarify is you came alone or you came as single. I need to know, and then I'll help you out with the best response. Ellicott, I hope I've mentioned it well. Why can't my partner get EU status since her child holds pre-settled status? It depends. It depends on your partner's the rounds. When did you marry? Or are you in durable relationship? The question is not fully loaded, so I need to get a lot more information. Are you an EU national? Yes. Are you married? Yes. When did you marry? If you married before Brexit, then she should be eligible for EU settlement scheme pre-settled status. That is fine. If you married after 2020, then she cannot benefit from the EU settlement scheme. Your child that was born before the 2020 is your child. So your child can still benefit from the EU settlement scheme. The child is different from your spouse. Your child is different from your spouse. With your spouse, I need to know the date of the marriage, and then that would also again help me to tailor the advice for you. Kojo Ewusi, please, my wife holds EU passport and she's pregnant. After birth, can I use the child for my documentation? Yes, she holds EU passport. Now, does she have indefinite or she has pre-settled? If she holds pre-settlement, then the child can also get the pre-settled status or the limited leave to remain. Once your child has limited leave to remain, your wife is an EU national, you can make application outside of the rules. That is possible. I also want to know your status. Are you here legally? Do you have a valid visa? If you have a valid visa, then of course you can again apply under the rules, because EU nationals who are here and they have pre-settled status can again apply for their partners. But if your leave has expired, then you can only apply outside the rules. In any case, if your wife has indefinite leave to remain and your child is in the UK, born, the child becomes a British citizen. If your wife has indefinite, even though she's an EU national, and the child is born, the child becomes a British citizen, you can base your application on your child that is a British citizen. But if your wife is not settled and the baby is born, the baby will not be British. And you cannot base application on the baby under the rules. You can make that application outside the rules, because for you to come under the rules, your child must be British, or the child must have indefinite, or the child must be 7 years old. If she's not having indefinite, the child is not British. The child will not have indefinite, and the child obviously is not 7 years old. And therefore, that puts you outside those three provisions, and you have to make a human rights application, other provisions. So yes, it is possible, but again, it depends. Thank you. Jim Kwame Boateng. Okay, so thank you. Or see on the application or take it single. All right. Bibi say, now, let me take you back a bit to Ghanaian customary marriages. Ebia, timansem no, ebia, wone obaa no, mo hyehyɛ hɔ, ebusuafoɔ nim sɛ mo hyehyɛ hɔ. Nanso monware yɛ officially, monkɔ register yɛ, bibia wamfa nsa ankɔ fiefi, omo ebusuafoɔ sɛ maware no, etc. In that case, you can't say waware. Megidi sɛ na me kyerɛ no wote asia. In that case, wontimi nka sɛ waware. But sɛ wayɛ saa nneɛma nyinaa ebusuafoɔ agye tum sɛ waware ɛna watake singular. And no, the Home Office can say, sir, you have withheld some information. I would want to advise you, but if you say no, it's nasia, then I can guide you as to what to do, what and how to put it, and how to clarify that take you put on the form, and how to maybe repair that damage. So yes, let me add my number, office number 0208 0165 384. 0208 0165 384. Bra, yentenase na yendin komo to see if what you ticked on the form can have any further effect on your lady and the children coming to the UK. Please. Gloria Ahen, I applied for indefinite leave while I still have 2 years for me to complete my 5 years visa under the EU settlement. I was given another 5 years. I was due for in 2027, but now it has moved to 2030. So you want to know what to do. Don't worry. In 2027, once you've proved that you've been in the UK for 5 years, you can go for your indefinite leave to remain. The 5 years starts from the date of either grant or the date you enter the UK. Now, because you were not eligible, that is why they gave you another 5 years. 2027 to 2030. If you get to 2027 and you can prove the 5 years, so what's Nakruma for 5 years in accordance with the provisions of the EU settlement scheme rules, over to me, Ako, for your indefinite, not 2030, but rather 2027, if all the other requirements are satisfied. Mercedes Amensa, hi, how are you? Thank you very much. When I grow up, I want to buy a Mercedes car. So I will tap into your grace, Mercedes. I hope you're doing good. My friend came to the UK through visitor's visa and he has overstayed. He was supposed to come back in March, but he didn't come. My friend came to the UK through visitor's visa and he has overstayed. Okay. He was supposed to come back in March, but he didn't come. I believe are you writing from the UK or writing from Ghana? So if you overstayed, it means he's still in the UK. He was supposed to come back to the UK or back to Ghana. I don't understand that one. But if you overstayed in the UK and then maybe went back, applied, they may decide to give it to him or not, depending on all kinds of circumstances. So please clarify a little more. Mercedes, please clarify a little more and I will help you out. Gloria, hi. Now, my question is, can I apply for indefinite leave in 2027? This is a continuation. Yes, thank you. You can apply for indefinite leave in 2027 if you can prove that in 2022, from 2022, when you were issued, you have been in the UK continuously for 5 years, and the EU national, you are still in touch, everything is okay. There's proof that EU national has also been in the UK. They have their settlements, etc., etc. The required documents can be provided. Then yes, 2027, not 2030. If the documents, the requirements can be satisfied, then it's 2027. Nicholas, hi. Good evening. My dependent has been in Ghana for more than 5 months and now wants to come back. She asked me to provide a copy of my COS and tenancy agreement for her application because she has more than the days she should spend. Is this going to affect my indefinite leave if I provide it to her? No, you are the main applicant. So you are here, you are working, you have your evidence, You have your bank statement, your pay slips, your proof of address. Your employer can provide a letter that you are here. In that case, it's got nothing to do with your indefinite leave. It is the dependent who has been out for all these months. So if anything at all, it's the dependent's application that may be affected, but not you, the main applicant. Providing the marriage certificate, the COS, the tenancy agreement, or anything would not affect the application for your indefinite leave to remain. Dependents are also required to be in the UK for 5 years. So if anything at all, the dependent will have to stay a little longer than you after you got your indefinite before they get their indefinite. They have to be here for 5 years. Okay, thank you. Samuel Esiama, hi. I hope you're doing good, my brother. I am on the 5 years married route. How long can I stay in Ghana before returning to the UK? God bless. God bless you too. Now, if you go to appendix continuous residence, okay, we have appendix long residence and we have appendix continuous residence. The continuous residence talks about the number of days you can spend outside the UK. In some cases, it's 90 days. In some cases, it's 180 days. Now, if you're on the 5 years route, I believe it is the 2.5 and 2.5. The last time I checked, I think you will come under the 180 days or so outside. You shouldn't spend more than that. I'll check it again. You can call me during the week. I can check it again for you. But from the top of my mind, you shouldn't be out for more than 180 days in a year for you to be eligible for your indefinite ultimately. So please take note. But I can double check the days actually. Peter 2410. I'm already in the UK as a dependent and I've passed my B1 test. Congratulations. I have 6 months for my ILR. Am I affected with a new English language certificate that will take effect on the 8th of January? No, you are okay. You are okay. Now, if you read the provision, it says those who are already in the UK on leave will not be affected. It will apply to people who are applying from the 8th of January 2026. So you should be fine with the B1 because you're already here. And again, I believe you're on the spousal route, the 2.5, so you should be fine. Evans Yabua, please can my receiving maternity pay from DWP be classified as taking benefits if you are on a leave to remain with no recourse to public funds? No, if your maternity pay is from DWP, is based on the contributions you made. Okay, it's based on the contributions you made into your employment. So that is what they are paying you out from. It not be classified as benefit because this is your entitlement based on your contribution. So that should not affect you. Kojo Ewusi, hi. My wife holds Italian passport, but don't have a stay. Does she have the pre-settled status at all? Now, if she doesn't have the pre-settled status, then that won't help your situation. She should have the pre-settled status or the settled status. So please, if you say she doesn't have a stay, can you help me out? Is it you that does not have a stay, or she who does not have the pre-settled status? Please just quickly send me some info. I'll be happy to help. Please, will you advise that someone with British passport should register your newly born baby in their name? Of course, if you have a British passport and you have a baby, the baby is your child. Your child is your child. Your baby is your baby. Of course, register your baby and get a British passport for your child as well. I can't advise otherwise, please. So he is still in the UK, but has been caught by immigration, so he is on bail. Please, okay, that's an immigration bail. But he has overstayed. Can he be deported, please, or they will make him stay? Well, Mercedes, thank you very much. Now, if you overstay and you don't regularize your stay by, let's say, the family route or medical grounds, etc., etc., if the Home Office encounter you, yes, they can remove you. That is different from deportation. Deportation means maybe the person has committed some criminal offense, they've taken them to prison, they've actually done their prison term, and they want to take them out. That is what we normally classify as deportation. Whereas removal means you have overstayed. I would ask him to, if they can, speak to a lawyer. I don't mind if he calls me. I can sit down with them, advise, and look at the options that are available to see how they can regularize their stay. It's not a good thing to be in this country without visa or without leave. So please, they can speak to an advisor, a legal advisor. Myself, I don't mind speaking to them, and then we'll advise them how to regularize his stay. They will let him stay if he meets the documents. If he meets all the requirements, they will make him stay. Thank you. DJ, thank you. Miss RHO, Ro, right? I'm applying for naturalization and I don't have all my dad's information they are asking for because he's died long ago. What should I do? Well, at least you know your dad's name, you know your dad's place of birth, and the country of nationality. So his name, you do know. Country, you do know. Place of birth, possibly you know. These three informations are important. If you don't know his date of birth, you can normally leave that place blank. If you don't know the date of birth, you can leave it blank. It will allow you to go to the next stage on the form. So please take note. His name, you feed it in. His place of birth, if you know, you feed it in. And the nationality, you put in that country there. But the date of birth, if you don't know it, leave it blank. But if the form doesn't allow you to go on to the next stage, then you would have to maybe speak to an advisor. Again, I'm more than happy to assist you, and we'll see how we can move the form forward. There are some of the forms, if you don't fill in those sections, you can't go to the next stage. In that case, we would have to sit down and have an explanation for the Home Office why you have to put in what you put in before you can continue with the application form. So yes, don't let that stop you from continuing. Thank you, Dr. Sam. I'm in the US. Oh, hi. I hope you're doing good. Last year, I had a visitor visa to the UK, but work couldn't permit my trip. Yes. Will it affect me now that I have the luxury of time to visit? Visa duration expired. It means you need to apply for a new visa, and they'll assess your application based on your current circumstance. Every application is assessed based on the circumstances. If at the time you were earning 10,000 Ghana, now you are earning 20,000 Ghana, they will base your application on your current situation. And you have to explain to them that, look, I was issued a visa last year, but because of work schedules, I was unable to travel. Now I have some time, I want to travel. I think they will give it to you to come and visit the UK. Thank you. Which state are you in? Bright Kusi. I have made application for return right of residence after meeting all the requirements, but it has been more than 4 months without a response. Is it normal? Yes, it is very normal. With the Home Office, 4 months is a very normal time. Give yourself up to 6 months. It will come before then, but give yourself up to 6 months. If 6 months is up and you don't hear from them, call me. I'll give you a number to call the Home Office to help you or advise you on what to do. Okay. Thank you very much.
Right. All right. Lawyer Wisdom Akao. I think it's a question somebody by Nyawa answering a man for any aji. Me say obisu be wish me happy birthday ni ade.
Yes.
Daniel Bacha, 1st November na my birthday. Me manye dede won too much. One thing about me, say manye dede won. So me be di birthday, or me prompt me be di birthday ni ade me manye dede won silent, but me da nyame ko as say odin fie ba ko asa kam fie no nti mo am we hye mu nyina mo flyer bi later ni ade mo we hye bebre ni ade me da wan say. Ba lawyer, ye be da say ene ye dey abegu ba ade we me pese ye kan wasem ebia sisi at the time ko next week yen kasa ade we pa lawyer yen crofo ni bibu yen crofo ni bi kwase adodo ye be form free Ghana ba am ba wi na ma be jai ye be form ba na format oh I love you oh then oh me pese me ne be emba ne mbema ni nyina ba ya na me kase emma ne de ne doso because emma na e kwase mmape ba mba no sutimi ne emma ne biba lawyer sa de we minim se sa cases we o de me so sa bro so enya de so wo yenya reason why sa de ni si lawyer sa asem we yen kan wasem oni me adwen problem o ona mi share na oni mi akasa kama na de na ma file wa boka ye applications ni ade na de wa be fan obedu ya fe de college life format I so we will be the whole said then na e be the story me I know so that's a problem o lawyer we say excess we can lawyer okay we dey tin kakra my some teaser bi kakra Sunday we cases we endorse so me say
Bebre DJ
what do
Bebre I don't know I'm saying we have to dedicate one program for this because DJ Usha this is your kind of format busy minimum a football format or our real format I don't know a bit me back will be framing sometime back I see lawyer now me a different country and I'll ban my son call back to GH and now worry me by here so say the pressure me ejuma was me pesikaning na mano osim obisa me say one year day DJ we advance me meeting ama what worry we DJ who worry we now Spain will say dear baby or Sibra GH wako GH wakofa waba wo we ejuma o you say hey account fast kaning na mano now no distribute wo papa mensa ne sika wo maame mensa ne sika wo nua no mensa ne om sika ono ne we can say ono ne madam ono na se contribute bia papa ne from bisa say onye den DJ e dey na me metimi aka fa we one just one sika one side e bin so DJ obaye no o phone so a o tisa me ba pe no wadon phone no me run on kasa se o hu se ma sorry pe na o frɛ obi Ghana oni obi edin komo da enti me gidi se owo side chick bi wo DJ wa frɛ me se onye hu den DJ what can I say
lawyer me was segment bi ye be any next week me was segment ye find matter day we dem no be matter day so until stories how oni no so we breaking nyina ma dey okay me who say doso or doso do it so we break sign same way nyina na ye hwe solution to it nti ba no say den na say na wo ka say ebi oba bi ko fo obi no Spain or Ghana ebi a mo work ya oba no that should be an agreement and some talks say ebia me ba e ka ubo me hu nyina wo saade no me pa cho ba ebia uba be ejuma na ma wotua ne kakra ana se ube so be support me kakra nye se wotua wo charge se wo ye no se wo charge no se no tua wie so no so ye eno sa case no so ye different ukofo bi ba na onim na ka say me bo ka 10,000 wo ho especially wo wana me bo ka 15,000 pound wo ho be tua me sika ma me oye adwuma no tua sika no wie a kan hu say eno so another case and no my yes stories ni bebriwa and no say a different case the attitude is about one ne kasa communication one ne kasa say oh ebia ma try na metimi agada sika say aye bibia ma o se nipa no so ye badwen wo ba o de be boa me kakra sa na be ya me den me so metimi etuatua bia ka abosia me ko boy anase bibi kakra no and nipa beti ase dan say oh miss money 15,000 won trip nyina o ba ejuma e mesisi account na sisike nyina ba me okay bra obey no say oh me for o wi a go se me twa ozika na wi sisi a me de me ho nti ubo no na amaware ne relationship no na jego nti lawyer I feel say your communication is very important and before anyway issue with the lawyer say attack because me want some big I think say we need to talk about this. Me study only time in Kofu Bibri Akasa. This case is Mati Bibri. And they also are behind the scenes. They some problem. Some doors do. Where the problem? No Germany. And I call me more coffee. And I work things out. And a lawyer no be remove. If any attitude be the suman beauty must we no cranadrin or the nam. And I hey, I see. Hey, I say more. In Sempi, citizen check. Lawyer in
DJ,
Sempi, but we need to talk about this now with your experience, you know. Yeah, educate and crop for maybe I know be super so funny dish biba. And yama sweat on a can and a yama so. And sana because a hard drink so be boka so before we about near there no what try some way the buy you need to save this some amount your account who can say how do so sikebina say run a show say 28 to say 37 you say and yet 37,000 a year and I 28 lamente 29,000 pounds a year. Now also yes, I know we about document and documentation. So yes, I processing near the home office. Modern hodie. So last me catch it. I brought you back over back. I brought food be discussa. Na we home specification mu chieska. Na so ko tua we. Na so tua we. Hey. Na ni pa yes, I know we nyina na wa be rema wi a. Oba en no format. Also, bano, Charlie, relationship matter. We kuku, only obi kure kuku crowd baby fufro. Or bonne point. Or bano cranadrin. Word none of use no cranadrin the da. It's no, or use you as a stepping stone. To enter Babylon. Or remove no cranadrin. Ade. So lawyer, I feel say next week, you know, and we be so call compilation. Me no beba matter day so. And we matter day. Matter. What's a word no? Me was segment if any matter day. And no, some matter day no. And they straight to hot. And we are straight to the matter. It's a lawyer compiling stories no. Oba na oka obi ko far away cases awenya obi ko far away list them say 100 kwa me mo aka ni nyina. Uwi a na ya bie mu. Say, see how cry over me line is here. You go see people where they go cry for top. Let me go find the buy and then we go them plenty.
DJ, don't say as lawyers, you will confidentiality.
Oh, okay. Somebody.
Yes. There were scenarios. And then scenarios now kokukosono and I bet me. DJ, yes. Can you believe, sir? In a situation, maybe we are from a culture, because of our culture, gender role assignment in Ghana, yes, you can say Obama way, Obana way. So Ubeduha, that gender role assignment no, is totally different. Basa papa na yena adwen se obema mfa bola. Obema enhu ba fie. Na wo de sa adwen ye dwuma. It won't work. So sometimes it's the mental reorientation. I know you be. So it's a lot of stuff. It can be financial, it can be domestic issues, it can be family pressures, it can be children, it can be gender role assignment, it can be social orientation, it can be etc. DJ, me the babu boom.
Yeah,
And then we have a solution.
Adriana Becano, Matthias, a lawyer, you but when the obetimi aka stories ni bi de we say embo bi adi story I narrate I de betu for yenkobo bi di yembo bi adi no an say ya ka say na iba say na 2 years say na say na ni a solution the way
Exactly.
aboa afoforo ana so mo ye bibi say na de aboa ba me de me interviews am ye nyina dodo no me say 90% ye de na eskasam lawyer sa basic one na obe man be boa na kakra oba na be boa we kakra wo fie di ade yo ne part we infa we no part ba dudu na ye shishi mata ega sika shishi kudi mata e be in they bring this matter money I read sika enibre we sevi we person sevi we person be bi ni sika so we person be ma we hu se we person e project ofie we send way omu but me ni bi mo akasa me ye segment bi I'll bring it back again me ye segment with time with Mr. and Mrs. Amene aware form aware mo akwantu mo like amatina se o che even one woman be Amene ne no ni kru they do this cross thing a very educative way cross way no say so money fear odim de omo ye be ma no e ma ne oba na ebusuafo e na oba na ebusuafo money be ma na ebusuafo so case closed.
So
don't mean guys omo cross say e na you know the money en kra unkwa na money ukru de money en kra e bia oba na side o na ukru de ba wa na cross sika no fi omo nimpa o ba omo hyehye iti be ma no mo na money ohwe oba no so be ma ne bibia o de ko oba na fie. So oba de papa na ne maame no amane omo oba no so ya no asene ama so then what happens what will you say ono oba ne maame no na ni kru mane no o meka nche ne baba ne say on the on mane because ni kru mane ska and ska no mo no mane no every the same account. So they know. So they've been together and closing all this back home problem near there. Communication. They want to do projects. They come together. Oh, you pursue a project. Yes. I don't think wow. The question is that I don't think now person worry. I don't think you worry. Say it's your first answer. I don't think now person worry. And yes, I worry because of a kumjeken. They are small. And no baby no. Your kalwa self go sleep, you tire. And yeah, no, they are worry. I worry any communication. Into what worry, I worry any quine wa. Ne quine wa. Baby, enyo, baby, de. Into before you come, you say, and yet, Sana, Mushia, yena, oh, sa, no, a baby, no. Problems about our Arabian New Year complete. They are misunderstanding, but misunderstanding by a bit take mutu no. Semun na moya mo so say our rest moya mutu nya mo ni ate dia e na muntimi ntina ho. Say do baby about ko yen say o Jimmy for excuse me to say. Baako say baako ye no say Jimmy for kakra. But say nyina say eni ate a two captains na yet one ship ma. Ye be senki because Danny, we own friend say, is it equator? So we no more. They no more map. We no more Danny. Compass. Danny compass. They call 90. Or no say no. Young fanko 180. No more worship. Danny compass. They call 180 no. 90 no. Back. Cause say no. Enko 180. Iti oh 10 skolo mu so a communication and then I move bebre ne lake say and I make us say open say oboa obi o partner every Ghana ana baby a o ka che no bi a che no we na me spend receipt che no say na me spend
Credit card credit card maybe a credit card plan or what the actual anti evidence no need BBI clear.
Enti onim say me ba be for obey abey ana obey ba be family abey oh and oba no to me spend it be almost ebia 10,000 and 15,000 for me coming so oba now be start ejuma wan kan kire umpo wa dream say oh ene ma me so me dan me support no ba o de o was spend we are so no obi one little mistake be a one ne teni ade little mistake no afa no ho adwe no so ntia ware na se no bibi misunderstanding kakra by no oh this one no I no go like onim say free problem no one no kwa another one e go san go meet another some on say ye nipa na o obi ane the subai obe free we won say we o problem obe call no say nya kaka metina old one metina first one ka beboa me pa because obe say ko problem wo baby ana lawyer me boa de make no no grow ebi be man na o shia no ba na o shia no yemfa ni say bia ni dress nye ana say ebi on keeping no neat okay kasa office said the ono so keeping no neat ni ade no so be ko no ho no na sko onim sko lawyer onim sko cables na touch cables no negative na ko positive na positive na ko negative adwini bom sa oba en na memma ni bi wo opo ejuma kro mpese obebe fie because if he come the talking way they go take me time Charlie, people they suffer we they tire the talking they go take me time lawyer oh the lawyer next week we are now because I feel say we need to talk about this
studio 2 so we'll see how it goes so
studio 2 studio B abem dey na I dey ja
Work us on the background.
Anyway, like wisdom account. The numbers the good screen is mo bet me a friend Wiseman Solicitors. Where our office location, London, Dawson Junction, McDonald's. Then. Big Mac. You about to Big Mac.
18 to 20. But as a DJ. Thank you. Debia, that was very educative topics. Apart from the legal stuff, you still are always on top of your cases. Thank you. Now, Nyame Aduma, you better shed there. We can you better fix it. This very important cases. Our families are important. And you better share there. You better me aye. Wiseman Solicitors. Wiseman Solicitors. You were 8 to 9 the Print House, 18 to 22 Ashwin Street. You were Dawson Junction, behind the McDonald's. Young address near postcode near E83DL. E83DL. Telephone numbers near 0208 0165 384. 0208 0165 384. And a mobile number near 07931 411-042 079-31-411-042. You were behind the McDonald's. Uko Dawson Market. Ubisa Ajwa. Ubisa Money Matters. Ubisa Adum. Ubisa Katie Restaurant. Ubisa any of these people say Wiseman Solicitors were here. I'll make sure they were behind the McDonald's. Udu Honau Freyanga 0208 0165 384 Uba Yebe Show. And of course, DJ won't say questions and you be able to me answer within the 1 hour we have. But ultimately, yet Nasia, we are more than happy to advise you. Law no near situation no near near to whom near say how best we can assist you. I'm grateful Thank you, DJ. Nyame adoma dasene. Yebesan. Akasa akpe. Maune jomo.
Monu obomode da no na be no ka obatum nyingo yo. Ma ojo mo onu.
Maune jomo.
Lawyer wisdom na mutie no wise man solicitors na mutie no the numbers na wo screen so betimi afre no madam asem hwe SVTV Africa maka just say me platform we so there me had there information educative program enye meti maka unsia hwemfim unnecessary arguments na me pesa baby mo pesa but we so unsia hwe we show say information is very important. And information is all we need but own our own person and our so will be but the kind own programs or you by the kind no on TV. See na minimo and no any excuse. Minim hey for no as UK ho and our plan is to be UK ho no day in day album na necessary. Amonyama sisa make sure so catch up unhu ne ekoso na o catch up de uni na what try so wenya de those things all catch up sa they won't say pa you are on point unya asem da bobo onim o ga say minimo any there madam I some share SVTV Africa me da mo join a class ni nyina say ha de esua de wa ha I share me channel no so a share SVTV Africa page or YouTuber follow here. Many a man for Casa worldwide. Ghana for baby, Ghana for Biano. Make sure say a Casa 18 year course or I'm share my experience here. What me about me show no subi? Me the opposite about me show no so. Me number so called YouTube page. Me number so and I number where that screen is on the +2332406778898. Where me WhatsApp number. But me send me WhatsApp message and I say your voice to me there. Me can they be a how home frame me. Ube fresh awo no yemfa because that boy ka gwa plenty we had a voice note and I say WhatsApp message me respond but friend me there be mpebebe no me wo now friend no you go call tire so numbers near to +233-244-790902 and I say +233-240-677-898. What's enemy WhatsApp me so person me show no to be who experience be person share bibia person share matade so matade de mo am hwe no matade ni be hot matter I know the oba and e different from daily hustle e na bi mu hye no so into who about say oh nyame me person me ba show no so na me story no me person me share me experience me story but me person me say ombeze we ni meba eno ye matade o eno ba anya from be bisa o say mo me format na me normal we na ma script no ena Ghana na what say na me bisa eno no matade de it be hot matter eno ba ya you brief me the matter o ba ya straight to the matter pam me bisa any long we be it's a segment they different mon share so madam I say some share FM DJ nyame me that class na me say me mama shout out omo join a class then Felicity thank you so much keku for me that I saw join a class na bena me that say Ernest Obin me that say Jacob thank you so much Jacob Owusu Africanity Legacy thank you so much for joining Daku John me that say is it Chinkonia Obin Nicholas me that so joining and is it Ka-Aid or K-A-D Ka-Aid or me that so joining Bright Kusi me that say Doc Sam thank you so much Miss Rue thank you so much for joining Daniel Bata thank you so much happy birthday so belated birthday DJ Nyame that say Daniel Mercedes Mensa thank you so much for joining is it Ellie Cat thank you so much for joining class Alex Aku thank you so much for joining Kojo Wusi me that is all joining Ivan Seboa thank you so much Prince Amuakon me that say Peter 2024 me that say so join the class and then Samuel Isiama big ups to you Gloria Ahin, thank you so much for joining. Is it Jim Kwame? Thank you, Boating Medase. So joining Kojo Ewusi, thank you so much for joining. Kwame Kusi, thank you so much. Matilda Dodu, thank you so much for joining. Drew Boafo Medase. Sandra, is it Asana? Asana, thank you so much for joining. Sally Sala, thank you so much. Vincent Medasa joining. Nakofi, thank you so much. Ernest Obin Boachi, thank you so much. Salome Kwe, thank you so much. Big up, saying Edu Minta Adam, thank you so much. James, is it Bio or Bio? Thank you so much. The legend, thank you so much. John Medase. Benedict Udro, thank you so much. Okay, woman, blessed, thank you so much. Abna, is it Keka Gumu? Thank you so much. Matthew Ato, thank you so much. Mama joining FTY TV, thank you so much. Thanksgiving Born. Hey, mo you see Dimpao. Thank you so much. Kofi Apia, me that say. Mama joining me class now. Me that say FM DJ nyame. I'm on link up. Ne ni nkomo. Ope so ba me story bia. Ope so share. Ope ti ba me show nusu be ending nkomo. Madam production team as DJ Click Tina. Subscribe to your channel. Share for more. Mama follow on Facebook. So I'm following for more. Madam say tour.
My name is Calipos, the only boss with one S. Happy new month to all of you. Welcome to a month of new possibilities. Do you know why life has been made so easy? It's because of TapTapSend. People, TapTapSend is here to make your life easy if you want to transfer money to Ghana. If you want to transfer from USA, if you want to transfer from UK, Europe, Canada, a lot of places all to Ghana. And guess what? When it comes to Ghana, there's no e-levy charge. So, what are you waiting for? Download TapTapSend on Google Play Store and App Store and be ready for exciting offers coming your way each time, every time on TapTapSend.
TapTapSend. Send more, spend less.